guess I'll start. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me put this up here too. Not everyone all at once, but yeah, I guess just to start, like, just what was the key to your team coming back there at the end and then in the overtime period?
Well, I mean, we led for 39 minutes of the game. It's not like we just came back there at the end. We kind of had a bad 2.5 minutes there to end regulation. Weren't as clean as crisp with execution as I thought we could have been. But you've got to tip your hat to Henderson as well. I mean, she made big shots, and she was a kid that we knew could make some threes, but I wasn't expecting her to go three for three. And she made big. It's not like she made them in the first quarter when there wasn't pressure on them. So you have to give her a ton of credit. It's a kid that we recruited hard here, so we know I'm quite aware of what she can do. But what I was proud of is we fought. We didn't quit. You know, it's a 2-point game there, or a 1-point game, and they went up and missed 2 big free throws. But I mean, we missed ours too. But instead of panicking, we get a great a great rebound, turn, just what we had talked about, throw an outlet pass, and then it's what happens at the end of games. Nobody wants to foul. So she had a clean lane to drive to the basket. Then at the last second, there's contact as she's going up. You know, with 3 minutes to go in a game, you're probably not going to get that clean drive. But it's just a mindset, like, don't foul. And that's why you drive it as hard as you can. And Amari stepped up. I mean, the first one did not look real pretty. But the second one looked great. And it just was kind of like, all right, we screwed up there at the end of regulation, but was able to force overtime. And then we played really, really well in that overtime.
Jeff, what did you make of, I know Laura had, I think, 13 points in the first quarter. Then it seemed like they were kind of doing some things to get the ball out of their hand. How your team sort of rallied around her, and you had other players step up when things weren't going well for her for the rest of the game.
Well, it's not that it wasn't going well for her. She just wasn't getting a lot of easy looks.
Sure.
So what I love about the kid, even in our South Carolina game, everybody's like, oh, she struggled. She didn't score. She scored 2 points. But what she did was take Joyce Edwards away from the basket because Joyce was on her the entire game, which allowed Aleph then to be guarded by Medina. And she had a fantastic game, driving to the basket and knocking down threes. Our guards then were able to come off ball screens, and they couldn't. It's harder to switch with different personnel. So it's even in tonight's game, what I appreciate about Laura is she didn't force any shots. She played 42 minutes for us, had 2 assists, 0 turnovers, and played a great basketball game. And that's where I'm trying to get them all to understand, especially in the day of social media, is half the people, and no offense, but half the people that post stuff don't have any damn idea of really the inside of what's going on in a basketball game. They look at a stat sheet and go, she had a bad game. And you don't realize what she actually did. That's where I'm trying to make sure these kids understand you might not have a great game on the stat line, but you may have played an unbelievable basketball game. And I thought in the second half, she did that for us. And I thought Aleph played extremely well. She made a couple big-time shots. She's been getting in the gym, working on her 3, and it's starting to show, and that allows us to spread the floor more. I thought we executed on a couple baseline out of bounds well, and then there were a couple that we didn't execute so well. But overall, if we continue to make strides and if we'll continue to just buy into the team aspect of things and not worry about my individual stuff, we have a chance to be a pretty good basketball team.
Amari hit some big-time shots in the fourth and overtime. I guess year 1 to year 2, where have you seen her grow the most?
Well, she's a kid that if she can figure it out, that she can be one of the best players in this league and one of the best players in college basketball because she can do things that others can't athletically, and she's so smooth. But I'm trying to get her to think the game. It's like there at the end when she dribbled across half court. I'm like, babe, don't do that. And then we pick it up, and I grabbed her. I gave her a kiss. I'm like, please stop. And that stuff you teach at a young age. And we're trying to teach a little bit of basketball to understand we're up. We got 10 seconds to get it across half court. They want you to dribble across and pick it up. And now I got to burn our last time out. So just understanding the game, it's so important. And it really it can separate good players from elite players. And that's what we're trying to do. And I will say, even a lot of international kids have a head start on our players when it comes to that because of the international rules. International basketball, you can't call a timeout there. You cannot save a player from a turnover. And I did it 3 times. Of my 5 timeouts, I called 3 of them when we were about to turn the ball over. International basketball, you can't get a timeout until there's a made basket or it's a dead ball. See, we don't teach kids to learn to play at a young age because we can call timeout and save them. It's like, no. In 3rd and 4th grade, allow them to learn. Not a good idea to dribble across half court and get trapped. And that's why a lot of the international kids, I really believe, when it comes to the IQ side of the game at times, are a little further along. I mean, even mine, I had to tell Aleph, in international ball, you can't foul before the ball's put in play. It's like the W. So if you foul before it's put in play, it's shots in the ball again. For us, it's not. So I'm telling them, hey, if you can foul this one before it's put in play, foul her. Which I've tried to get on the rules committee, and they will not allow me on that. Yeah, I don't understand why. But that's a rule that should be changed. Because then you're able to, it's like, okay, you can't just target one kid and say before it's even thrown in bounds, go and foul him.
Right.
But I thought our kids played hard. I thought we kept fighting and didn't quit. We turned it over 14 times. Carolina only turned it over 16 times. I thought it was a good college basketball game.
I'm curious, just you kind of brought up the point about the difference in international in terms of some game IQ things. I mean, you're not the only coach that I've talked to even just this fall that's brought that up. You brought up the timeout example. Any other ways that you see maybe from a kind of basketball X's and O's or IQ standpoint that maybe something else that your international players have?
I'd like us to change to a 24-second shot clock. I think it would help our game. I think it would speed the game up, which then, and this was really good basketball tonight. But even when you watch bad basketball, if it's going fast, it's not as bad. But when it's slow, then bad basketball is really bad. So I think 24 seconds would really help our game continue to grow. But I think that's also another reason why I'm not on the rules committee.
You talked about the fast pace of the game, and you all were able to force a few scoring droughts for North Carolina. I mean, could you just talk about what you were seeing defensively from your team and how they were able to kind of pull them back?
I thought we did a pretty good job as the game went on of not swatting down on drives. They were doing a really nice job of trying to get to the basket and then would spin back, and we did not swat down and give them an easy 2 points, at the free throw line. Because they've got some really talented players. There's no question about that. But I was just really pleased with how we communicated and how together we were on the court.
Louisville was kind of off the radar a little bit before the season as far as contention for the top of the ACC. Now you're, starting the season well. It's pretty wide open. What do you like about how your team has handled this season so far? And
we were picked 4th.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's pretty far
that's,
off.
Yeah,
I mean, is
that's
that fair to say? I mean, is that
maybe here in the triangle
well, I'm not even sure here in the triangle knows we exist. Only people in the triangle know there's 3 or 4 teams in the entire country. So there's good basketball that's been played at Louisville for about 19 years now. Our standards are a little higher than most. Like when we get beaten the second round, it's a bad year. I mean, when we lost two years ago in the first round, I had 4 sale signs in my yard. I mean, people are like, get rid of this guy. In a lot of places, if you make the tournament, we're throwing parades. So no, I mean, our team is playing how I thought we could, and we're not just going to step on the floor and be better than somebody else. We have to execute, and we've been doing a really nice job of executing. You know, our South Carolina game came down to it wasn't, like I try to explain to people, sure, we had a great shot to try and win the game, but we also had 4 other shots the last 3 minutes of the game. It's not just one shot, but we played well and executed well. So if we can continue to do that, then I like our chances. But we're just not going to step out on the floor and be better than somebody.
Jeff, can you talk a little bit about the international ball? And Elif obviously played with the Turkish national team this summer, and then there were a couple of plays where Elif and Laura were kind of playing off each other. Is it nice to have 2 bigs that can kind of do that? And what do you think has led to Elif's big jump? Is it kind of playing with Laura, playing with the Turkish national team, kind of?
It's work. I joke with her all the time. Her middle name was Butt all last year. You know, when I'd be like, hey, E, I need you to get in the gym. Well, I've been doing this. But I said, as soon as you stop saying but, your game's going to improve. And she made an effort. She goes, I'm not going to say but anymore. And she hasn't. And it started with the national team. You know, I was fortunate to be an assistant on that team. And the experience that she gained from watching pros. You know, I was like, E, have you noticed that all these pros are in the gym before practice starts? And you're over there stretching? I go, they're in here, get shots up. And then after practice, they stay and get shots up. And then they go to the cold tub or the hot tub. They take care of their bodies. And she has dedicated herself to that. And it's what's changed it all. It's like studying. You know, when you don't study for an exam and you fail, and then you're surprised, I mean, it doesn't take a genius. She has realized she has seen success now because she's putting the time in. And that, to me, is what it's all about. And I'm so happy for her because it doesn't always come right then. You know, you can study and study and study and still get a C. But are you going to quit? And that's what I've told her. You might not shoot a great every night, but you can't just stop working. And then if you do have a great night of shooting, you can't stop either. And she's really bought into that, and I'm really excited for it. Plus, her conditioning level is far superior this year than last.
Time for one more.
A lot of just close games between you and UNC over the last few years. Courtney's talked about this squad wanting to play in more space. Obviously, the forwards have a little bit more versatility. Just what was maybe different that you guys scouted for, prepared for, and saw in this matchup with UNC?
Well, I don't think there was really anything different. I thought we did a really nice job on Elina, the point guard. You know, when I was an assistant for the under-20 team with Turkey, we played her to Finland. Right, Finland? She plays Finland? Yeah. We played Finland in the under-20 European championships, and I was so impressed with how she can get by people, how she creates, and I thought we did a really nice job of staying in front of her and making her take some tough shots. Because when she gets loose, she's good. She's really, really good. So I just thought defensively we did a really nice job. But now where we got to get better is on the offensive boards. We gave up too many offensive rebounds, and they scored. Now we ended up with 15 second chances there, 10, but they had 10 big ones as it was going where, God, we could have put the game away, and then we give up an O board, and now it goes from 5 to 3. Yeah. Now, if you guys got anything, don't rush the people. Be patient with the people.
Whatever you say, Coach.
Feinberg, you don't even have one question back there.
I was waiting there to get their chance. I got one for you. The ACC probably doesn't have a clear-cut favorite coming in. I mean, usually there's Notre Dame, North Carolina State. Somebody is clear-cut, but
Louisville. What the shit, Doug? I mean, we did like go to the Elite Eight 5 straight years. I mean, and we won the league. I mean, golly.
When was the last time you picked first in the conference preseason?
Oh, what, 2 years, 3 years ago, maybe? I mean, come on.
So, how big is this win on the road against a good team?
Doug, it's a really good basketball team, and we're 2-0 right now with 2 road wins. So I am thrilled with that. We're going to have to continue to work and continue to get better. We have a game on Wednesday, then playing up in New York on Saturday before Christmas break. and then we come back. We get the nice thing about it is we did have 2 of our ACC games on the road before Christmas. So now when we return, we've got I think 9 at home and 7 on the road, which it might not sound like much, but it is a big difference when you're not traveling quite as much. Now the big news for the weekend is my wife, they coached two championships. Lola won the 5th and 6th grade, and then Lucy's team, 3rd and 4th grader, was down 13-7 at halftime, which, if you know anything about 3rd and 4th grade basketball, 13-7 is like being down 30 at half, and rallied back for a 23-21 win. So I told my kids in the locker room, I wish I could have videoed. My son was allowing me to watch it as he FaceTimed. But when I got a chance to talk to her after the game, I wish I would have screenshotted it and videoed it, because the tears of joy and passion is what I try to explain to our kids. This is what it's supposed to be. Like, come out here, you're playing basketball. Sure, it's your job. They're getting paid now. But man, you play it with passion, people will come back. Our South Carolina game, sure, we got beat at home, but I will tell you that's the loudest our arena's been in 3 years. And that's because our kids showed passion. They're on the floor, they're diving on the floor, going after it. And we are fortunate. I mean, we have worked our tail off for 19 years. We're averaging, 7,000-8,000. On big games like that, it's 11, 12. And it's a great environment for our kids to play. But yeah, so the Walz family had a good weekend.
Why is she not here talking to you?
The game was last night, and she's waiting for a cross-country NIL deal from you. And I said, we're not talking to him until we get something in writing. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, Jeff.